I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
Hello, everybody. You want to say hello?
Hi.
No? David's going to say hello while cleaning his shoes.
Cleaning shoes.
Welcome to Vlogmas. Sorry I missed today's vlog, which would have been 18 or 19.
Today's vlog.
I did not record for B every time that I just start recording.
She's having fun.
I have been so busy and just genuinely did not have time or a good idea to film, so I wasn't gonna post something stupid, so we just didn't do it. But peep this gigantic heap of clothes behind me. I am about to pack because we are leaving bright and early tomorrow morning for our trip home for the holidays. And I thought this would be a good opportunity to pack with me / travel hacks. I have collected all of the clothes that I need, which is a lot. So when you decide to travel, my first tip would be to get a dog whose toys don't squeak as much. My first hack would be, if you are deciding to fly, then my favorite way to find cheap flights is to start looking as soon as you can, but don't buy when you see them immediately. So I use Google Flights. That's my favorite way to look up, you know, different prices for airlines. The only airline that doesn't come up is Southwest. You're gonna have to look at them separately, but they tend to be a little bit more pricey depending on obviously where you're flying out of, but most of the time when we look, they tend to be a little bit more on the pricey side. But I mostly look at Google Flights. You can also use, I think it's Skyscanner is another good website, and then I tend to use it in an incognito window. I don't know if it really does anything, but makes me feel better about what I'm looking at. But I will look for a long time and I will kind of wait to watch them drop. And as soon as I see them at the lowest point that I've seen in a little while, that's when I will grab them. Right now, it's about like a month and a half from the date you're flying that they've been the cheapest, in my opinion, just from what I've seen. And we've flown like, what, we've been on like 12 flights this year. That is my recommendation for you. Also, to look at all of your fees. When you see a flight that is heckin' cheap, such as on Spirit or Frontier, you don't realize how many other charges are going to be added onto that cost. So when you fly those airlines that are much lower of a ticket price, you're getting charged for absolutely everything, you know, that you could possibly get charged for. Whereas Southwest, their prices for their flights might be a little bit more pricey, but you get 2 free checked bags, which is really awesome because sometimes checked bags can run $35, $40 a piece.
That's very unique.
Yes. Another hot take that we have done this year is get an airline credit card, and that has actually helped us a lot, especially since we've been, you know, we would fly a lot this year. So we opted for the Delta credit card just because Delta is very popular out of Charlotte's airport and also Boston, which is where we go home, you know, and fly into the most. So it, you know, it's been really convenient for us, and with that credit card we get points back to be able to get flights at a much lower cost in the future, but also we get a free checked bag every time we fly with them with our credit card, and we get points back on other things around, you know, like restaurants and grocery stores. And then we also get a better boarding situation with the credit card. So I think it's worth it. If you know an airline that you fly pretty often, I highly recommend getting their credit card. It comes with some good perks, and we've saved a lot of money just from not having to pay for a checked bag. So that's kind of my, in the beginning, tips and tricks of traveling. And now we're gonna get to packing. So what I've done is pretty much collected all the clothes that I want, and I've just thrown them on the floor here. Then I'm gonna go through and organize them and fold them all and put them in my suitcase. Also, ignore my outfit if you see the whole thing. I'm wearing like Christmas pajamas and this random sweatshirt, so like, Don't mind me, it's pretty bad. But we are going to pack up these clothes. Some options for clothing hacks is using packing cubes, which I do usually use, but this time I'm just not going to. I think it's just gonna be easier to put it all in there. But packing cubes are really helpful. I like them because then each one has a separate, you know, category. Like I'll have pants on one, shirts on one, PJs on one kind of thing. So I do really like packing cubes. I know a lot of people do the rolling technique where they roll their clothes and then that fits a lot more. Unfortunately, this trip, because we are flying north, it's going to be a lot colder, so I have a lot of heavy sweaters, jeans, coats. So I have a lot of very bulky items, so we'll see how well this goes. Let's give it a shot. So this is what one of my packing cubes looks like. I just have my like socks and bras and underwear and stuff in here, but these are what the packing cubes look like. This is the only packing cube I'm gonna use. And then my packing cubes that I bought also comes with a laundry bag, so I do like to bring this. This suitcase I got at Marshall's. I highly recommend looking at Marshall's for suitcases because they're a lot cheaper than other places and they're pretty good. I like my Marshall's one. So my suitcase with clothes is packed, and unfortunately I'm gonna need another suitcase. But it's a good thing because we are flying Southwest this time and they allow 2 checked bags. So right now we only have 3 checked bags between the 2 of us and a carry-on, so we can technically take 1 more checked bag and another carry-on if we needed it. So we're gonna figure that out. I just have a few more things. Now I'm gonna go to the bathroom and stock up that stuff. Okay, so again, over the last couple of days, I've kind of collected a pile of things that I knew I needed. So I have like all of my skincare, my makeup remover, my face cleanser, and then the stuff that I typically use. My toothpaste, my toothbrush, my hairbrush, my deodorant, and then I have this little baggie that always has all of my hair essentials in it. So that will just go with me. Makeup remover pads if I need them. Always bring, if you are a girl, your period supplies because you never know. You never know when it's gonna start, and recently I started using a menstrual cup, so I got that just in case. And then now I need shampoo, conditioner, body wash. I need to pack my razor, all that jazz. So let me get that stuff together. So I use this clear bag, and this just, I put all of my like bathroom stuff in. So with soaps and anything liquid. Of course, you know if you've flown before, but you can only take 3 ounces or less. So I buy these little containers at like Marshall's. I also pack my hair care products. So the only one I really use a lot is this leave-in conditioner. So I'm gonna pack that. And then a few more of my skincare essentials. Another thing I always make sure to pack is a little like first aid kit. You never know. I mean, I know we're just going home, but like, again, you never know. So in here, I just have a bunch of masks, Band-Aids, Neosporin, some Dayquil and NyQuil, Pepto, Tums, melatonin, Tylenol, cough drops, and these little like blister cushion things. I mainly packed those for when we went to Disney, but I just like to make sure that I have a good little first aid kit just in case something, you know, you don't feel good while you're traveling or whatever. So pack that. I put everything that I could into my bag for toiletries, and then everything else I'm gonna pack in the morning after I use it. And then we have all of these things. So I'm gonna go pack these 3 things into my bag. Let's go. David is doing the dishes if you hear that behind me. But another couple things that I highly recommend when you travel are travel cases. This is a travel case for your cords. So eventually it will hold all of my chargers. So right now I just have earbuds just in case, and then an extra iPhone charger, and then I'll put my phone charger, my camera charger, my laptop charger, things like that in this. And this is a great way to keep it organized, and I know where all of my like charger stuff is. And then this one is a little jewelry travel case. I'll show you guys. So it just holds like my rings. I have earrings, bracelet, and then my necklace is up here. I think it's a perfect little gadget to keep all your jewelry organized, because before this I just threw it all in a bag. Another thing I highly recommend when you're traveling is a portable charger. I definitely recommend this one. It has done me very well. It keeps a charge for a long time. It just takes a long time to recharge, but it charges my phone like 5 times over. It's a good block, but it does the job. So another thing that you can bring on an airline, most places allow you a personal item. I always opt for a backpack because it allows for me to put a lot of stuff in it. In this backpack right now, I have this, which is a travel blanket. And then I also have this little bag that just has masks, tampons, a Sharpie, safety pins, and plastic baggies just in case. And then in the front pocket, I have wet ones, pens, hand sanitizer, gum, Band-Aids, and Tylenol. And then some of the most important things I put in this bag include my portable charger, my cords bag, my wallet, and then on top of that I always pack a few snacks so we don't have to pay for the ones in the airport. A empty water bottle, that is my biggest hack for you guys. Bring an empty reusable water bottle with you to the airport, because airport water bottles are expensive, and you can bring an empty one through security. It just can't be full. So once your water bottle is empty and you go through security, they have water bottle fill stations all over the major airports. So just go fill it up, and then you don't have to pay for water. So I'm gonna pack my handy dandy Hydro Flask, and then I also put my laptop in here because I like to work on stuff at the airport or in the airplane, especially if I have a long flight, and my AirPods. Laptop right in there. So that's everything I put in my backpack for now. I think more stuff will go in it in the morning, but that's pretty much the gist. Pretty much now, the only thing I'm gonna do is look at my packing list that I made. I have a general packing list that applies for everything, and then if I have specific trip things, I'll copy the list and then add the specific trip things. So a lot of time when we go to Disney, I have to add like my ears and fanny packs and my lounge flies and my magic band and things like that. So I have like a Disney packing list, and then for our batch weekend in a couple weeks I made a completely different packing list because I have a bunch of random other things I have to bring to that. But this is my general packing list of everything I need when I travel, and I think that's extremely helpful. You want to come tell the people you're so excited to fly? You hate the airplane, but you're gonna be very good, huh? But yeah, so right now I'm gonna go review that checklist, make sure I didn't forget anything, because a lot of what I have left to pack I think is morning stuff, but I wanna make sure I didn't forget like any essential like clothes or anything. But I have jewelry packed, most of my toiletries, my makeup will be in the morning, shoes, jackets, I need sunglasses, and my purse to be packed. I'm gonna go check out that list and I will check back with you guys soon. Okay guys, so I just went through my list. I think I have everything except the stuff I can't pack until tomorrow, but I wanted to go through some more travel hacks with you guys as I've been doing it a while. So a couple other hacks that I have is download music on Spotify and download and download some Netflix or TV shows that like TV shows or movies that you like on Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever. There's certain shows and movies you can download ahead of time because a lot of airlines don't have Wi-Fi unless you pay money for them, or like Delta has Wi-Fi but it's just for free like text messaging and it's only like iMessage. So that's a little difficult, but I highly recommend if you want to listen to music or watch something that isn't one of their free shows, I would download it ahead of time, like the day before, and then you have all of your music and some shows you can watch, especially on longer flights. A hack that I have for you guys is drink a ton of water the day before, the day of, the day after. Airplanes can seriously dehydrate you, especially your skin. So also if you are a skincare connoisseur like I am, then moisturize. Use your hyaluronic acid, use your moisturizer the night before, the day of for sure, and like that night after you get off the plane. Like, make sure that you keep yourself and your skin hydrated. Use lotion, whatever you need to do on the rest of your body, but definitely keep it hydrated, and chapstick too. Another thing that helps with the pressure of the airplane when you're taking off and landing is swallowing, yawning, and chewing gum. I like to chew gum every time we take off and land. I think it just helps me. My ears pop really easily, but they can get clogged very easily, so chewing gum always really helps. Another hack that I have is going through security. So I always got like mega anxiety going through security because I feel like there's so many things you need to do and everyone's like rushing you and it's just a whole thing. But I always use shoes that are easy to slip on and off. I'm not having to like tie them or anything crazy. Like, don't wear your like super high laced up boots or something weird, but like I like wearing my Vans or UGG slippers, or in the summer like sandals, flip-flops, like things that are easy to take on and off. So if you need to take off your shoes, that's easy peasy. Another thing that I always make sure I do is either wear leggings or sweatpants, because then I don't have to worry about belts. I don't have to worry about things in my pockets, especially with leggings. Like, they're always like, make sure everything's out of your pockets. Well, I don't have pockets, so no worries there. Another thing that I always make sure too is when I'm packing a carry-on that I know I'm going to be taking through security, I make sure that my liquids and my big electronics are always very easily accessible, because they will ask you to take them out of your bag separately. So I made the rookie mistake a couple of times of not doing that and having to like dig through my suitcase in the middle of security, and it's annoying and everyone's looking at you and it's just a whole thing. So I always make sure that any electronic bigger than your phone has to come out of the bag, and you have to like put it on separately. So my laptop I always make sure is super easy to grab. And then some airports, more that I fly, the more airports don't do this, but some airports make you take all of your 3-ounce and less liquids out too. So put those all in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag and right on the top of all of your stuff, so you can just open up your suitcase, grab them, put them on the thing, and move along. It just makes security 10 times easier, so much nicer. I just highly recommend that. Another thing that I have discovered while traveling is parking my car. I have parked at the airport parking lot, but I've also parked off-site, and I think off-site is very convenient, as much as it is like not convenient that you have to like take a, you know, shuttle bus or whatever. They come really quickly. It has never been an issue for us. We use the parking spot at the Charlotte airport. Yeah, we have a AAA discount that we use there, and so we get parking pretty cheap, and it's like right across the street from the airport. It takes no time to get a shuttle there. They come so fast. It's so convenient. We've also used Park Shuttle and Fly at Boston, and that one's a little bit further down the road than the airport, but still really no issues. Park off site, it's a heck of a lot cheaper, and it's really not that much of a hassle. So I highly recommend looking into parking around the airport and not just your airport parking, because that's going to be really expensive. Another thing that I have brought in the past is playing cards. I've also brought like lists and tasks of things that I knew I needed to get done, so that I had things to do while I was sitting in the airport and on the plane, especially when I was traveling by myself and like didn't have somebody to chit chat with. You could bring a book to read, bring anything that will keep you occupied, because it goes by so much faster if you're doing something and not just staring out the window. Another thing I recommend is a travel pillow, especially on very long flights. I don't bring them on our 2-hour flights, but I've flown 6-hour flights, 6 hours plus, and on those flights it definitely came in handy. I took some pretty good naps with those. But that's pretty much everything that I do pretty regularly when I travel. I definitely think ahead of time. I try to look at all of my options when I'm picking flights. I look at airports nearby. I don't just look at the airport of the city that I'm going to. I would rather get something way cheaper and then drive 2 hours to my location from the airport than spend hundreds of dollars more. It's definitely worth it, especially if somebody in the area that can come and pick you up, and then you're not paying anything. But a lot of the time where we go, we have buses that go into a much closer area than, you know, for our destination, so we'll just take a bus. But I definitely look into all of my options. I prepare myself, I prepare my body to be able to be on a plane, and it goes pretty smooth. But if you guys have any other questions or need more advice on traveling, then let me know down in the comments. I'll try my best to help because we fly a lot, and I have a fiance who's a pilot, so I'm excited to leave tomorrow. It is currently 9:07 and we have to get up at 3:30 in the morning, so I need to go get ready for bed so we can get up and leave tomorrow morning. But I'm very pumped. I can't believe Christmas is 5 days away. It's blowing my mind, but I will talk to you guys in tomorrow's vlog. Wish us good luck on this flight, but hopefully it all goes well. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.